Welcome to Study Loop.
All right, in the first case, the larger triangle, if A is 13, C is 16, and A is 25 degrees, then we could, with the law of sines, find angle C by saying the sine of angle C over its opposite side is equal to the sine of 25 degrees over its opposite side, 13. And so cross multiply the 16 and inverse sine. In a calculator, make sure you're in degree mode. And then we can do the inverse sine of 16 sine 25 over 13, which is about 31 point, this round. Doesn't say how around. So we'll say angle C would be about 31.3 degrees. Which then will allow us to find the height of this triangle using right triangle trig relationships. You can say that the height that we want to find is the opposite, and we know the hypotenuse, so that would be sine. So we can say that the sine of 31.3 degrees is equal to the height over the hypotenuse, 13. So it'd be 13 sine 31.3. Or about 6.75. Now, what we can do with this for the larger triangle, now that we have the height at 6.75, the area of a triangle is 1/2 times the base times the height. We need to find the base. So if this is 6.75, and by the way, it would be in both of these cases, we need to find the differences of the bases. And we can do this by finding this distance here, which I'm going to call y. Actually, I'll just call it x. That is the adjacent, or we could use the Pythagorean theorem, but I'm just going to go ahead and use adjacent hypotenuse. I'm going to say the cosine of 31.3 degrees is equal to x over 13, so it's 13 times the cosine of 31.3 degrees, which is about 11.11. I don't know how you need to be rounding here or what your choices are, but hopefully they'll get close to it. So if this is about 11.11, and we can find the other piece using the other right triangle, we can say that we have the hypotenuse 16, and we want to find, I'll just go ahead and call it B, even though B represents the whole base. That's the adjacent. So cosine again, this time it would be cosine of 25 degrees equals B over 25. So 25 cosine, 16. So it'd be 16 cosine 25 degrees, which is 14.5. And so if the whole base would be 14.5 plus 11.11, or 25.6. I'm just going to go to the nearest tenth now. That area would be 1/2 of 25.6 times the height of 6.75. Or 86.4. The smaller one would be 25.6. We're going to the other side here, subtract 22.22. Oops. Which is 3.38. And so the smaller triangle would be 1/2 base of 3.38 times the height of 6.75. Or 11.4 to the nearest tenth. Hope that's helpful.